The White House speaks. James Madison moves in. Oh, thank heavens, a normal one. After Adams' grumbling and Jefferson's slipper-wearing, book-hoarding, horse-stabling chaos, James Madison arrives, looking, well, perfectly reasonable. He's small, very small, barely over 5 feet tall, but I don't judge. After all, I've housed men of great stature who accomplish very little and short men who've shaped the nation. Madison steps into my foyer, takes a deep breath, and says, "Dolly will love it." And there it is. I realize immediately that this is the Dolly Madison presidency, and James is just along for the ride. Dolly sweeps in moments later, a vision in silk, feathers, and confidence. She gasps, claps her hands, and announces, "We shall have parties." Oh no. James Madison is a quiet, intellectual man who prefers books and policy discussions. Dolly is a force of nature. She immediately declares war on drabness and starts redecorating me. Curtains, carpets, chandeliers, fine china. By the time she's done, I look like I actually belong to a functioning nation instead of a damp construction project. And then come the Wednesday night receptions. Every week, everyone in Washington shows up. Politicians, foreign dignitaries, military officers, socialites, even ordinary citizens hoping for a free drink. There's laughter, music, and enough gossip to fuel the next 3 administrations. Unlike Jefferson's informal dinners or Adams's stiff affairs, Dolly's events are the place to be. Even political enemies find themselves laughing over a glass of punch. Madison, meanwhile, shuffles around in the background, deep in thought about government policy, occasionally cornering guests to explain the finer points of the Constitution. All is well until the war. Now, I've seen my fair share of drama, but the War of 1812 is another level. Madison, despite being a brilliant thinker, is not a war president. Britain is unimpressed with America's newfound confidence and decides to burn me to the ground just to make a point. In August 1814, British troops marched straight into Washington. Madison has already fled to avoid capture, which, let's be honest, is smart. And Dolly, she refuses to leave without saving my priceless portrait of George Washington. She orders it cut from the frame, ensuring that even if I burn, Washington's face will survive. I am grateful, deeply grateful, but also on fire. The British torch my walls, my grand rooms, my furniture, everything. I smolder for days, reduced to a burned-out husk. Eventually, Madison returns, surveying the ruins. He sighs, pats my charred walls, and mutters, "Well, this is unfortunate." Sir, unfortunate does not begin to describe it. Dolly, ever the optimist, declares, "We shall rebuild," and so they do. The Madisons oversee the start of my restoration, though they do not get to live in me again. Madison's presidency ends in 1817, and they retire to Montpelier. As he leaves, Madison pauses and says, "A government like a house must endure its trials and emerge stronger." Touching words, but I'd rather not be burned down again, thank you very much.